Hello, welcome back to Concert Critiques in Cars with Emily. So I am so excited to tell you about this show. Let's just get into it. There were 3 bands. Still ended at 10:30 though, so I am so happy. So this was Armor for Sleep as a headliner, and the venue was originally supposed to be Baltimore Soundstage, but it got switched to a much smaller venue, and it was amazing. I'd never been there before. It was the Metro Baltimore. Anyway, it was so good. All right, so let's get into it. So Flycatcher was the first opener, and I actually legit did my homework for this one. I was really excited to see Flycatcher. I really liked all of their songs. So they opened with someone else's song, I'm assuming. It was synth, maybe it was their song. I don't know. It was strange. It was about a temp secretary. But yeah, so then once they got started, the first song was instrumentally heavy, and so this song I recognized right away, and I was like, oh man, I was really hoping they would play this later. But yeah, I was super glad to see it. It was definitely one of the songs I wanted to see. I loved the opening instrumental guitar right away, and I was like, yep, definitely know this one. It was really hard to hear the lyrics throughout the whole set when all the instruments were playing. Luckily, there was an instrumental drop for the verses for the song. I really liked the build up back into the chorus after the bridge. After that, the next song had an instrumentally heavy, had an instrumental intro that was slower feel to it. Sorry. Instrumentals came in full, which I really loved. Then they dropped for the verse. There was definitely a shift in singing in the pre-chorus maybe, or the end of the first verse. And then it was just instrumentals between the verses, so that was kind of cool. So they went verse and then instrumentals and then verse instead of having the chorus right there. Really loved the instrumentals in this song, so that was really cool. I really liked that. Next, the song had an instrumental intro, which was much faster and more upbeat compared to the last song. The instrumentals dropped for the verses. This was the most clear I could hear the lyrics so far, so that was good. Short, quick feel in the instrumentals for the verse, and I really liked the quick instrumental drop right before the chorus, which the chorus was instrumentally full, so I liked that one. Then they stopped and said hello, and that this was their second time in Baltimore. And then they were like, we're going to slow it down. So this one was definitely a less instrumentally heavy start. The lyrics started shortly after. I definitely liked that I could hear the lyrics. This song was about his brother. Anyway, the instrumentally heavier for the chorus. Then it dropped again for the verse. I really liked the instrumental bridge. It was really cool. Then the instrumentals for the after bridge, which was right at the end, I really liked those as well. After that, the bassist made a joke, and he was like, yeah, I wrote this song about the lead singer's imaginary brother. But then he was like, no, I'm just kidding. It's about his real brother, and he's awesome. So that was a fun little detail. Then they introduced the other bands, and they asked who was from New Jersey, and there were a lot of people, so that was fun. And then he talked about the Mets and the Orioles, and he was like, it's okay, we both have orange, so they're fine. Then after that, they played a song called Man on the Run, which was less instrumentally heavy for the verses, and then the instrumentals came in full for the chorus. Then there was a drop for the verse, and then there was the chorus was really quick. It was just a couple lines, and then the lyrics in the verse had a nice short quick feel for that song. After that, there was guitar to start. The lyrics came in. Instrumentals came in full, or more full at least, for the chorus. So there was a guitar start, then the lyrics came in. Then the instrumentals came in more full after the opening, which I'm guessing was the chorus lyrics. So that would be my guess. But then they came in really full for the actual chorus. There was a drop in the instrumentals for the second verse. I really liked the lyrics in the second verse, especially the one about mistakes, so that was cool. The instrumental bridge that went back right into the chorus, so that was cool. After that, the next song had an instrumentally heavy start. There was a drop for the verses. I liked the short, quick feel in the lyrics, especially right before the chorus. Then it was instrumentally full for the chorus. I loved the instruments in the chorus, and then they went back into the second verse. And then I really liked when the instrumentals came in full for the second half of the bridge, so that was pretty cool. And then they stayed full for the rest of the chorus. Then the instrumental outro with like a slowdown of the instrumentals, so that was like a really cool effect. So yeah, that was their last song. But yeah, so they definitely played the song that I liked way too early. Great starter because I love that song, but would have loved to see that towards the end, or if not at the end. And then again, it was just disappointing that I couldn't hear the lyrics because I definitely had listened to a couple of their songs a few times. Now, I don't know if they just didn't play those songs that I listened to, but yeah, so that was a little bit disappointing. After that, the next opener was Spanish Love Songs. So again, I had listened to a bunch of their songs. Of course, they played the song that I knew the best first. Again, I was like, what is with this show, man? But it started with lyrics only. Again, I recognized the guitar. Then the instruments came in full for the verse. And again, they may have started with the chorus, so that makes sense, right? There was no instrumentals for the chorus lyrics, and then it went, right, they came in more full for the verse. Yeah, so again, good opener because I like the song, but definitely too early for me overall. So then there was a drop in the instrumentals for what I'm going to call as the bridge. So again, really liked seeing that song live, so that was cool. After that, they had an instrumentally heavy start with a short, quick feel of the lyrics. Instrumental drop for the second verse from the chorus. I really liked the lyrics in the second verse, especially like towards the end of that verse. And then there was an instrumentally heavy instrumental bridge, and they built. There was like a sudden drop right before the instrumentally heavy chorus again, so that was cool. The bridge was pretty neat. I liked that a lot. So then the next song had a short, quick feel of the lyrics and the instruments right from the get-go. Instrumentally full verses, then the instruments came in more full for the chorus, still had that short, quick feel. Then there was a drop in for the second chorus again, and then I really liked the instrumental bridge. And then, yeah, so I like that the instrumentals continued for when the lyrics came back in, so that was pretty cool. I don't know if they were the lyrics to the chorus or not, but I did like that it was still like that sound, so that was cool. Then there was another instrumental drop for the actual chorus right after the bridge, and then it came back in full. So yeah, lots of like dips in this set for the most part, but still very awesome. So then the next song started with just the guitar, then the drums came in, and then the bass came in, so I really liked that instrumental build up to the lyrics, so that was really cool. Then the instrumentals were more full for the chorus. It was really hard to hear the lyrics when all the instruments were in full, but it was much easier than with Flycatcher, so that was, again, I wasn't even standing that close. I was definitely like exactly halfway through the floor. But yeah, so I liked the lyrics in the chorus when I could hear them, and it definitely got heavier towards the end, so that was like really fun because then it dropped for the chorus, but then, you know, it was instrumentally full again for the other chorus, so that was cool. Like, again, lots of just like that roller coaster, so that was really a fun song. Then after that, he was like, whoa, we're not ready yet. So I guess the sound guy had like triggered the song. That's what he said. He goes, oh, you triggered the song too early or whatever. So they were talking about how this was the third time they were in Baltimore, and this was the best show on the tour, which I always take with a huge grain of salt. And he was like, no, I'm not pandering. And he was like, if I'm pandering, I'd talk about the Orioles. So I at least appreciate that everyone like knew what the team was here. So then they played a song called Cocaine in Mexico. Less instrumentally heavy, but with still an instrumentally full start with lyrics right away. Short, quick feel in the lyrics. I liked that the second verse was sang with more like, I'm going to go with gusto is the word. I couldn't really think like volume, passion. I don't know. It just sounded like it was more like gustoed. So then there was an instrumental build-up for the chorus, which I liked. And then there was a line about the pilot, like, and flying and landing and everything. So I really, really liked that. There was a drop in instrumentals for the last few lyrics. So that was a really cool song. I really liked the lyrics about the pilot. That was awesome. They thanked Flycatcher, and they were like really nice about it. Like seriously, like genuinely just were really nice. So that was cool to hear. And then they dedicated the song to them. There was an instrumental intro and then a shift to short, quick feel with the lyrics and the instruments for the first verse. Instrumentals came in full for the chorus, and then they let the crowd sing the last line in the chorus, so that was pretty cool. Then there was a big instrumental shift for what I'm going to call the bridge, but then I don't know, because then there was an instrumental drop for the bridge. So it may have been either like verse or pre-bridge. Is there a pre-bridge? I don't know. Maybe they just invented a pre-bridge. But I really liked the drop. And then the instrumentals came in full suddenly, so that was like a really fun effect. Again, lots of like dips and like whoas. I loved it. After that, they played an old song because a friend had asked them to and had given them snacks to play it. So that was what got them to play it. Honestly, this was probably the lull for me in their set. It was less instrumentally heavy with just the guitar, short, quick feel. Then the instrumentals came in full for the rest of the song. Again, my guess is that it started with the chorus and then went into the lyrics of the verse. So there was a slight drop in instrumentals for the verse, but I did like the build-up in the instrumentals halfway through the second verse. That was pretty cool. And then again, there was a drop of instrumentals for what I'm going to call the bridge, and then they came back for the chorus at the end. And then it was funny because he was like, yeah, I was like, oh, you could definitely tell we hadn't played that in 5 years, and maybe that's why it was a lull for me. And then he was like, Kyle's actually like Kyle's like, oh, sorry. So he was like, yeah, Kyle said he played it perfectly. And then he was like, and then there's actually, I don't remember the name, but he was like, there's actually a band member who never played it with us live because he wasn't in the band at that time. So yeah, that was, again, that was fun that they like went based on a fan's request. So always appreciate that. After that, the next song was less instrumentally heavy start with a slower feel, but still instrumentally full. Short, quick feel towards the chorus, and then the instrumentals came in full for the chorus. Then there was a drop in instrumentals for the second verse. Still hard to hear the lyrics in the chorus, so that was a little disappointing, but there was a drop in instrumentals at the end, so that was pretty cool. Then after that, they thanked Armor for Sleep, and they talked about like the state of the world and how like important and special it was to be there. So definitely sounded genuine, I think. So that was pretty nice to just address that things are not great right now. And then they played Losers too. I know they have a song Losers, but I think he said Losers too. Anyway, instrumental intro, short, quick feel. Then there was a drop in instrumentals for the first verse. Then they came in full for the chorus, and then it dropped again for the second verse, which is pretty typical, I guess. Short, quick feel in the lyrics. In the second verse, it was almost like he was like started kind of doing like a talky thing, but like not super. But I don't know, it just like felt really cool. Like it felt a little bit different than the first verse, so I really, really liked that. Then there was a build-up of instrumentals into the chorus, so that was really great. And then there was a drop of instrumentals for what I'm calling the bridge. Okay, so they may have changed the lyrics to like address a more current situation. I don't know how new this song is, but I'm not sure. So if you know, I would love a comment on that, because I would love to know if they actually changed the lyrics or not from the recorded version. I really liked the instrumentals at the end. I really liked the guitar, so that was a good song to end on for me. Okay, so then after that, it was Armor for Sleep, and I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, for some reason, this particular set was maybe the best I've seen from them. And I love the one album where I saw the anniversary tour. That was always fantastic. But like, for some reason, all these songs just seem to like hit hard. But I also feel like I haven't seen some of the songs that they played, or at least I haven't seen them in a while. And so I don't know, but I'll get into it and then we can go from there. So to start, there was a recorded voice about dreams with instrumentals in the background, and then another voice shifted, so it was a female voice at first and then a male voice. And then they played Dream to Make Believe. So appropriate. Love it. Such a great start, because they're not going to play that at the end. So it's so good. So good. So good. great opener, pacing changes in the chorus right at the end of the chorus. So great. Love the lyrics in the chorus and the second verse. Pacing changes that were so good. I love the bridge. I know it's a super simple bridge, but when the instrumentals come in full, like towards the end, it's so good. And then he definitely added like a just at one point. So it was great. It was great. Great opener. Great pacing changes. So amazing. Fantastic way to start the show. Then he addressed the venue changes. So that was good. Fantastic follow-up. Played Remember to Feel Real, like literally one of my all-time favorite songs of theirs. So again, no, they're not going to play that last. Totally okay with it. Totally fine with it. So that was great. So again, one of my favorite songs of theirs. I love the chorus. The transition from the chorus to the second verse is so good. Definitely subtle changes in the bridge. It was fantastic. It was so good. Such a great follow-up. Like, could have ended there and I'd be like, ugh. But no, I'm so glad they didn't end there because really it would not have been okay. Then they played The Outer Ring, which I actually was excited to see. He was like, yeah, it's going to get hot in here. And boy, he was right. I was actually really excited to see that song live, and I thought it was really well placed, right? You play these two really like more energetic hits. So I really love the instrumental intro, especially when the instruments come in full. And then, of course, there's an instrumental drop for the verses. I really liked the lyrics in the first verse. And then there was the shift in the instrumentals. It was kind of like a drop for the pre-chorus, maybe, before the chorus. I really like the short, quick feel in the lyrics. And the second verse right before the pre-chorus, like right before that comes in. Drop for the bridge, then the instrumentals come in full. Really cool part to see live, like when the instrumentals come back and stuff, and the drops. So that was really great. Again, I really was actually excited to see that song. Honestly, any song from that album I was excited to see, but The Outer Ring was one that I knew maybe the best, other than a couple of the other ones. So I was excited to see that. Then he talked about how he wrote this song when he was 16, about his town. This song is my town. Instrumentally heavy start. I really love the instrumentals, especially when it gets short, quick feel. Great lyrics for the chorus. I really love the instrumental transition into the second verse. I love the bridge. The lyrics are so good. There may have been pacing changes in the second verse, but then there were definitely pacing changes in the chorus after the bridge. So that was really great. So again, I love a good pacing change. So it was just so good. And My Town is for sure a song I don't often play. So hearing it live, I was like, ooh, that was a good choice. Okay, so then after that, they played Stay on the Ground. And that is, again, like top 3 for sure for me. Love that song. Don't know why. Love it so much. Pacing changes in the first line. Like, when I heard the pacing change in the first line, I was like, this is going to be so good. And I would have to go back and look at my old reviews, but this may have been the best time I've seen this song. It was just so good. Subtle pacing changes in the chorus. I love the lyrics, especially about dreaming in the second verse. So many pacing changes in the chorus. I love the instrumentals going into the bridge. There was a drop in instrumentals, which is really good. And then again, I just like love the instrumental outro, which is so epic, and everyone always cheers before, but no, we knew this time. I'm pretty sure everyone was like, oh yeah, there's still more song. So good. After that, they played In This Nightmare together. I loved the short, quick feel in the instrumentals, less instrumentally heavy, and then there was a drop in the instrumentals right before the chorus, and then the instrumentals came in full right after that drop. I really liked the lyrics about taking my hand in the second verse, and then I liked the lyrics in the chorus as well. After that, they played an older song called Chemicals, heavy instrumental start, but then drops for the verse. I really liked the way the lyrics were sang right before the chorus. The instrumentals came in full for the chorus. I really liked the lyrics, especially the first part of the chorus, and then there was a drop in the bridge, and then I liked the instrumentals in the bridge as well. So again, that was a song that I definitely like recognized, but I hadn't heard it in a long time, so that was cool. And then the next song was a really good follow-up in terms of that whole like haven't heard it in a while for me personally. So they played Blank Space, which definitely had a slower feel at first, and I really liked the instrumental intro, and then the instrumental just came in full during the instrumental intros, like right at the end, and then it dropped for the verse. I loved the dual vocals in the pre-chorus, and then the instrumentals came in full for the chorus, which had so that was good. Then there were gang vocals in the second verse, which were really, really good. I really liked the end with the full instrumentals and the lyrics working together. Like, it was just like really, I was standing there and thinking to myself, wow, there is a lot going on right now. And it like almost to a point where I was like, I don't know if this is like too much, but for some reason it just like totally worked. And I kind of like stood back for a moment and was like, no, this is like totally working for me. So I actually really liked that it was like kind of a lot. It just seemed to really fit the moment in a way. After that, they played Williamsburg. Not my favorite song personally, but it still is fun to see live. A lot of the crowd was really excited about it. Instrumentally heavy, even when the lyrics came in. I do love the short, quick feel right before the chorus. And then the instrumentals are like, they were so heavy for the entire song until it drops for the lyrical part of the bridge. They did like, okay, so then like the lead singer kind of did this like screamish-y thing, like just like randomly like, come on guys, like whatever. I don't even know what he said. But it was right before the instrumentals came in full after the bridge. So I'm pretty sure that is a change from the recording. So I liked that. Again, just like a change in general. Again, I personally would have maybe picked a different song, but it was fine. So then he's talking about, the next song is about how he had a dream that he was a serial killer and that he was burying the bodies in the desert. So that was called Hold the Door. And I love the bass line. Definitely missed my exit, by the way. It's okay. I'll just get off at the next one. It's fine. So busy. Sorry, guys. Oh, fun times. It's gonna take me a little bit longer to get home now, but that's okay. Anyway. I really love the bass line in this song. The lyrics are really good overall in the song. Just like I like the storytelling aspect of it. Sorry, I can't get over that. I just missed my exit. I love the sudden shift to the full instrumentals when the chorus comes in, so that was really good. Then there's a drop for the second verse, and there were definitely subtle pacing changes in the second verse, at least I think so. I really also love the lyrics about not being who I was back then. Instrumental drop is so good, and then the instrumentals come back in full after a few lines, so that was pretty cool. Then the next was a song about losing his pet. The lyrics in the first verse are good, and so I recognize the song, I just don't know the name, sorry. So really good. Instrumentals came in full for the chorus, recognized it again, but I didn't know the song title. There was an instrumental drop for the bridge. I really liked the lyrics. Then the instrumentals came in full again. Then the instrumentals dropped again at the end. Really cool effect for the end, especially. So that was really cool. So the next song was Awkward Last Words, which I recognized immediately. And so at this point, he was like, oh wait, maybe that was before. Great songs. Yeah. No. Okay, sorry. So yeah, that was great. So recognized it immediately. So good. The instrumentals are so good in the opening, like seriously, so good. They let the crowd sing the first part of the chorus, which I really liked. That was super fun. There were pacing changes in the first verse and in the chorus, and then also in the second verse as well. I love the lyrics in the bridge, and then there was a drop in instrumentals, and then there was a pacing change in the part like after the bridge, and then I'm pretty sure there was actually pacing changes in the instrumentals, which was really great. I really liked it. So super fun song to see live. Really, really awesome. Then after that, they played Basement Goats Singing. I love this song. Lyrics are so good. Pacing changes in the first verse. Their instrumentals came in full for the chorus, which was fantastic. Lyrics in the chorus are so good. Pacing changes in the chorus were so good. There was guitar in the transition to the second verse is like really fantastic. And like even the singer was like, and this is like the guy who's playing the guitar, so that was really cool. Like right when he started, so like just acknowledging how amazing those guitar parts are. So yeah, it was great. And so yeah, it was really amazing. The pacing changes were so good. Okay, so then after that, the next song had instrumental intro, which I really liked. It sounded like a little bit heavier. I really liked the changes. There was an instrumental drop for the first verse, and then it got heavier right before the chorus. I really love the lyrics in the chorus. Great transition to the second verse. I love the shift into the instrumental bridge, and then it was instrumentally heavy for the lyrics in what I'm going to call the bridge. So, yeah, sorry, I didn't know the name for that song. Okay, so then they were like, at that point they had said 4 more songs, right? So then after that, he was like 3 more songs, which we previously discussed. So this song that they played, and I know I've said this before, this song for sure was a sleeper. I don't know why I did not get obsessed with it like I did with Stay on the Ground and Remember to Feel Real, but like every time I hear this song live, especially, I love this song. I love this song. So, and again, they play it, like every time I've seen them, I think they play it. I cannot think of a time where they haven't played it in the past couple times, and they saved it towards the end. And it makes me so happy because I love this song so much. It was so well placed. And listen, I personally would have loved to see it right before Car Underwater, but I know that's not going to happen because the next song is bigger, and I get that. But man, when they save it for the third to last song, like, oh my God, it was so good. So it was The More You Say, The Less I Hear. I love that song so much. Like literally I just wrote love this song in all capital letters, underlined 1,000 times. It's so good. The lyrics in the chorus are fantastic. There were subtle changes in the second verse, I'm pretty sure. May have been maybe a not leading, but the bridge is amazing. There was a drop in instrumentals, subtle pacing changes, definitely, and then the second half of the bridge, the lyrics are just like so amazing. Then the instrumentals come in more full, like for that second half. It's so good. Oh my gosh. And then, okay, so talk about like going from subtle changes to like, nope, we are changing this. There were so many changes, so many big changes when the instrumentals came in full. It was so good. They let the crowd sing a line, which was so good. Oh, it was just amazing. Like, it was so fantastic. Again, the only critique I have is that I would have wanted to see it second to last instead of third to last. But to save that for third to last and make it, again, this may have been the most amazing time I've seen that song live. Like, it was amazing. The not subtle changes were so good. Then he thanked the other bands. And then they played The Truth About Heaven, which I obviously knew was going to be second to last, so that's fine. Great follow-up. Great lyrics in the pre-chorus and the chorus. I love the second verse. Love the slow down feel right before the bridge. They let the crowd sing the last part of the bridge with instrumental. So that was pretty great. I'm going to say, I was meant to say instrumental drop. So anyway, the instrumentals came in full for the chorus after the bridge. They let the crowd sing the last line. So that was super fun. So yeah, that was like a really, really fantastic song. So then the last song, obviously, we all know it. It was Car Underwater. So good. Love that they end the show on that song. I hope that they never not end a show on that song because it's just like, that's what I came for. I know that they are not going to end it on any like other song than that, and it's okay, and I love it, and it's a great choice every time. So he talked about how like even though the lyrics are like depressing, he was like, you know, knowing that it's connected with so many people over the years like makes it like the most fun part of the show. So again, I get that maybe he doesn't like the song, but I definitely appreciate that he saved it for the last part. So he started singing and then threw it to us for a few lines in the first verse, which was super cool. But then he finished the first verse. The chorus is so good. I love the lyrics of the second verse. There were definitely some subtle pacing changes in the second verse. Then the bridge, there was a slight drop in instrumentals, then a bigger drop, which is so great. Then there was like a build back up, which is so good. Where am I? Pacing changes in the lyrics. They let the crowd sing like the first half of the chorus. And then I'm pretty sure they like slowed the pacing at the end, which was super, super good. So good. It was so good. It really was just like such a, oh my gosh, like so great. Okay. So, score and everything. I really liked Flycatcher. I just wish I could have heard their singer more. Really, definitely, it was a little bit of a damper on the whole set overall, but instrumentals were great. They played my song first, so that wasn't necessarily great for me personally, but that was fine. At least they played it, I guess. Spanish love songs, really good. I liked a lot of their lyrics, and again, they played my song first, so that wasn't great. But yeah, definitely had a good set and was easier to understand, but still had some lyrics that were harder to understand. Armor for Sleep was just so on point. Like really maybe the best time I've ever seen them. And again, it was like, I don't like remember, like, do they always play Blank Space and Chemicals? Like maybe, I don't know why it hit so differently this time, that like songs I didn't know, like I appreciated more for some reason. I don't know. It was just a great set, and honestly, Stay on the Ground and The More You Say, The Less I Hear, they were just so good. They were so good, and I don't know why they were so good, like so much better than I think I've ever seen. Pacing changes left. I mean, The More You Say, The Less I Hear was literally so good. So good. And then just like ending on Car Underwater. Oh my gosh, scoring this is going to be so impossible. Gosh, I feel like I say that a lot. Okay, score. Oh gosh. Just Armor for Sleep was so good though, and the openers were good, but like, okay. I'm gonna go with a 9.2 because I don't think I would have gone so high, because the openers couldn't hear the first one, and I was really looking forward to seeing Flycatcher, and they played my songs, the first song out of the gate. But I think Armor for Sleep was just that good that it like bumped that up to a 9.2. All right, let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Were you there? Were you at a different show? Did you want to go? Did you see them play all of their amazing songs? Because they were amazing. So let me know, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.